Hey, this is Steven with Team Alpha Omega. Today I'm going to be showing you my new deck. It's called Hurricane DaD. If you remember a while ago I posted a Smorg deck. This is essentially what it's become. My Twilight deck's become really boring recently, so I built this just for fun, but it actually turns out that it's doing pretty well. So, here's the deck. Alright, first we got the single copy DaD, obviously. One Smorg. I took it down to 1 just because now I only run 3 wins, and I mean, you put more wins in the grave, such as Stardust and Synchros like that, but you still don't want to clog that much. For defense, you got Gores and Trag. It's really just a lot of options, honestly. You got a 27 beater with a token, and then Trag, of course, becomes whatever level you want. So it's a very synchro heavy deck. So Trag is really important to have in there. And then 1 Caius. Only 1, just because you don't like to tribute over your monsters in this deck, to be honest, but the option's really great to have. One of the main engines is, of course, double Birdman, triple Tengu. The main play that everyone's been doing, of course, is summon the Tengu, then return the Tengu to your hand, special summon Birdman. Tengu's effect kicks in, which summons another Tengu, and then you Synchro, Black Rose. The deck's really explosive in that manner, so, I mean, it's a great play. It's honestly about blowing up the field and pushing for game with strong synchros, which is why you also run double Salvo, triple Dekoichi. The good thing about this, honestly, is just 1 normal summon blows up the field that way, and also Dekoichis become part of your draw engine. You duality first turn, set that, or a tomato, or a Sangan, or whatever. There's a lot of cards that you can plus offsetting, so dualities don't honestly hurt you that much. But we'll talk about that when I get to the duality. Your last engine is the Psychic engine with double Krebons and the Psychic Commander. At first I was doing triple Krebons, but I mean, having that level 3 is just, it's a great option. I mean, it just lets you go into a whole another ballpark of synchros, so, you know. Then we got the Sangan and the Tomato. Usually you want to start off with Tomato, because you set Tomato, they kill it, you special summon Sangan. You kill a Sangan, and usually you want to go for Black Salvo or something like that so you can blow up the field next turn, or push for game. The last 2 monsters are just double Cyber Dragon. These are just in there because they're special summon and they're 2100 beat sticks, and I mean, depending on the deck you're playing, it could be a great anti-meta card. A lot of people are running Card Trooper right now, and if you special summon Card Trooper and you go into Chimera Tech, they don't get their plus, and that's honestly what they're hoping for, aside from the mill, you know. Just great card in general. Plus he's level 5, so you can Commander into an 8, and you still haven't normal summoned, considering, I mean, if you used E-Telly. So if they warning it or something, you can just summon a Salvo, go into Black Rose, blow up, or whatever. So that's it for the monsters. For spells, we got double Duality and 1 Allure. That's your draw power right there. I was doing triple Duality at first, but it not only clogs the hand, but you synchro summon a lot with this deck. It's very synchro heavy, but also, like I said before, there's also a lot of stuff that you can set and plus off of, so that's why I go double. Yeah. Then you got the E-Telly to get your Krebons or Commander, just free synchro basically. And then the Mind Control. Mind Control just takes one of your opponent's monsters. Can't attack with it, can't tribute over it, but what you're gonna do with it is you're gonna synchro. And if you have the E-Telly, it's just a great combo to have. You steal your opponent's monster, synchro with it, and you, like I said again, you still haven't normal summoned. Back row hate, the Trunade, double MST. Back row is your absolute worst enemy in this deck. You side into Dust Tornadoes, that's how bad it is, honestly. But you gotta have a way to kill that. Then your staples, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. They should both be banned, in my opinion. Book of Moon, just 1, because you only have 1. It's a great card. I wish it was still at 3. Actually, no, because that hurts this deck pretty bad. But anyway, double Bottomless. It should be Warning. Double Compulse. Call. Mirror Force. And the Lone Judgment. That's it for the deck. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, how's the win to loss ratio?
Right now, it's actually doing pretty well. I'd have to say like I'm at 15-1, but I've only taken it to my locals, and to be honest, the people at my locals are not very good. But it's still pretty good considering the day I built it, I took it in there not knowing all of the plays and not knowing what the deck can do in in its entirety, and I didn't lose a single game that day. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
All right, what's the extra deck look like? We didn't see that one.
I don't have it on me right now actually, but it's essentially the same exact extra deck as a Sabo DaD deck would play. But not all of them play berets. I play two. Definitely, it's a great card. Switch the position on a Spirit Reaper if they're just floating on it. Automatically dies, attack for 26. Or even if they, if you're playing X-Savers and they're sitting on a Paschal, or even if they just have a Paschal on the field, switch to attack position, run over it with each of your monsters, and they take some pretty serious damage because he's not very strong. So I mean, Beret is a great tech. I also play one Lightning Warrior. The extra burn damage can honestly make all the difference, and it's another level 7. Level 7s are your best friend.
Yeah. All right. No, do you have any big changes you're thinking about making, or anything that you're finding any problems with the deck at all?
Yeah. What I've been finding so far, honestly, is the Psychic Engine right here. The Double Krevins, E-Tally, and Commander. It's a great thing to have, but it's just 4 spaces that aren't making that much of a difference, honestly. If I had E-Tally every game, that'd be awesome. But like when I draw into these guys individually, it's kind of a pain. I'm probably gonna change that, but for now it's working pretty fine. And also another thing is the Cyber Dragons. Like I said before, they don't really have a place in the deck. They're just there because they're 2100 beat sticks and they're special summons. Occasionally they make all the difference, but to be honest, I think I could find something that'd be better. So those are the 2 main changes that I would probably make.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to tell anybody about the deck, with anybody trying to try it?
Definitely build it. Put your own twist to it. If you want to use this one, whatever, I don't care. It's a really fun deck. You're not going to be bored with it. It's not a newbie deck, It's a deck with a lot of options. A lot of misplays can occur, but it's really fun. It could definitely be competitive. Right now, I'd have to say that it's only at about a local level, but I mean, granted, I just built it like a week ago, so I'm still teching it. I'm still fixing it to my liking. I plan to take it to the next regionals, definitely. My Twilight deck is so boring right now. It's it's great, but I'm bored right now, so I'm doing this, and it's turning out really fun, really good. There'll definitely be version 2, 3s, and 4s of this deck. I'll keep you guys updated on my choices. If you have any ideas, go ahead and post them. Comment, rate, subscribe.